Wednesday, July 23rd, at the town office. Call the meeting to order. Review and approve the minutes of July 9th, 2025.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes for July 9th, 2025.
Second.
Paul with the motion, seconded by Skip. Any discussion on those? Any corrections or anything anybody wants to add? All right, all those in favor of approving the meeting minutes from July 9th, 2025, say aye. Aye. All those against? All right, I meant to add at the beginning, we have warrant CC2 for the Conservation Commission that needs to be added, which we'll cover now. We have warrant 2, 2P, and CC2 for approval.
I have a question about those. I didn't see the, unless I missed it in the attachments, I didn't see the payroll. Was it not attached?
The total sheets are there.
I looked.
Yeah.
And the timesheets are in there.
The timesheets are there. It does look a little different than normal. There's no cover sheet, but on the first sheet, if you flip it over, it has the total.
On the back.
Back to this?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's why.
It is a little weird. He normally has a title page on there.
Oh, I see. That's what I saw in the PDF.
Yes.
Okay, that's
So I'll make a motion, we accept warrant, we approve warrant 2, 2P, and CC2.
I'll second it.
All right, so the totals, warrant 2 is general expenses, $41,700-ish. The first payment to Rescue Inc. is in there for the year, which is $3,800. I think it's the first payment. We pay them twice. And then there's about $20,000 for the Stickney Brook thingy. Why can I never remember the name of those? Culvert. But both of those are we're getting grant money for. So we're paying them, but there's grant money to cover both those. And I think that finished, they did it maybe 2 days.
It was quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. So those are the big hits on there. And 2P's payroll, which is $12,667, which again is about normal. Chip Ellis on the road crew, his last day is tomorrow. And the new employee, I believe, starts next week, or the 1st of August, just as a side note. So all those in favor of, and Conservation Commission 2 is for their website annual fee, which is $293. So all those in favor of approving warrant 2, 2P, and CC2, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against? We have no visitors, no public comment, nobody's still online. Lee is not here. Lee will be going on vacation, I think, for a week. He's joining me tomorrow at the construction kickoff meeting for the EWPP project down at Jim Boyd Road. So I'll talk to him a little bit tomorrow.
Is that scheduled to start?
Well, so we're going to get to new business. We'll talk about it a little bit. So it probably won't start until next week. Just make sure we have everything in line. I'll cover that when we get down there. Correspondence for information. The ones I've highlighted in here, we did get the V-Trans update on paving Route 5. They're starting down in Brattleboro, working their way all the way up, Putney Road, all the way through, through the Rotary, I believe, and then up Route 5 in Dummerston. It's going to go on for a month at night.
Is that the full paving that wasn't done originally? When they did Route 30, and they only did they scarified the.
Yeah, they did scarify, near the gym in
Yeah.
Dummerston. Yeah, I think so.
This is to do it properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Putney Road going into Brattleboro, once you hit the river, is garbage. Well, it's really before the river. It's gotten so bad.
Where?
Putney Road. So basically, you cross the Rotary.
Yeah.
And you go past Hannaford.
Yeah.
And the gym and Staples.
Oh yeah,
it's getting rid of it. But then on the other side of the river in town, it's gotten really bad. So it'll be nice to have it done. I don't know if they're going to reroute traffic, but they're trying to do the work at night. So the other one is Rescue Inc. There's an open house on August 3rd, which I believe is a Saturday. I went last year. It's actually pretty interesting if you want to know how Rescue Inc. operates and how the towns pay them and what they do. It's pretty interesting. So if anybody wants to go, you can RSVP to it. If you didn't get the email, I'll forward it to you. It could be a Sunday.
I think it's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday, and I'll actually be going. So if someone would like to go, if you want to know how Rescue Inc. operates, I thought it was really informative. And Harold Newell will be there. He's our delegate to the board. If you want to go, just let me know. Municipal Ride Grant Program. They sent out, apparently the state has allocated $25,000 to upgrade and repair state-owned park and rides. So we have a parking right at the covered bridge, but we actually own that property. So we're not really available for that one. Sheriff's report.
Well, he
Sure.
sent the update. Yeah, well, it was just the update where he took it off.
Okay, it's the update. Oh, he took it off the last one. Okay, good. Well, that made more sense. Anything else question-wise in there? There's a couple Act 250 permits.
On the sheriff's report, it was, and the main thing is fine, I see you corrected that
Mhm.
thing there. But there's also the animal control officer contract. That's separate?
That's
That's
separate.
this.
Yep. She works for them, but it's separate animal.
Yeah, because
It's a separate contract altogether.
well, that's what I figured, but is it separate from the sheriff's coverage of the town?
Yep.
Mhm.
Because I read through it and it seems pretty expensive for, but I don't know how many animal control calls that they have or anything in Dummerston.
Did you talk to her when you were in town? When you would see Mark?
Yeah.
Did you talk? Okay, so we'll cover that when we get down there. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's go to correspondence. So we had the email about the designated school as a cooling spot. I understand that from what I understand, we own the land. The school's building's owned by the school.
Yeah, we don't control the building.
Right, we don't control the
That
building.
would be the school district.
And so for the most part, I'll send them a quick email. I think they probably already know. They want to talk about doing something with that. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts. If they decided to do that, they'd have to have the custodial staff come in and turn on the conditioners, probably have it in a certain area, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll send them an email and ask them if there's anything that they would want us to help with, or if there's like, we're not doing that, which they may say. But I think it's a school district item.
So you're gonna email the school district or the
I'll email
resident?
her and the school district.
Okay,
Letting them both know that we feel this is a school district decision. And if they want to move forward with it, then we can have a meeting and whatever we need to do or want to do, we can talk about. Okay, new business. So the line of credit. So to your question,
Well, I had a question before
Oh,
we
go
went to
ahead.
the business. What about the, did we get any response about the insurance for the community center? Or is that gonna be,
no. So,
that's in this few days?
yeah, that came in late, didn't it?
mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to get hold of Randy Hicken. They send it to the community center.
Yeah.
So I'll try to get hold of Randy. I have his phone number. I'll try to get him on the phone.
Okay.
If not, I'll drive by his place tomorrow and see if someone, because I have to give him some money. Whole
Okay.
separate reason.
Okay.
And see if I can get hold of them and make sure they're going to pay it.
Okay.
So, good reminder though. So, for the project, for the EWPP project, I'm trying to align everything. So we have the Army Corps of Engineers permit. The waterways people will be there tomorrow at the kickoff meeting. Basin Brothers will be there. The state will be there. So we'll make sure everybody's got everything they need that's signed from us. I don't want to sign the contract with Basin Brothers until we have the letter of credit in order as a backup. I don't want to sign something saying we're going to pay you and all of a sudden we don't have $100,000. Hopefully we won't need it. And so I'm planning on having Basin Brothers and me, I guess, sign the contract after we sign the letter of credit. And at that point, then they can start on their own timeline. So that'll probably be Tuesday. Monday we'll do the letter of credit. Tuesday I'll have Basin Brothers come by the office. I'll meet them. We'll sign the actual contract, which will outline the town attorney's going to do it. It'll outline the payment plans, how much money's available, how we're going to pay them. A lot of the requirements for the completion are done by the state, right? The state's going to show up and go, yes, you were doing this correctly. Yes, this step has been done. Dummerston, you're cleared to pay him the first third. So we shouldn't have there's not a lot of involved of I'm making an assessment on whether it's being done right. The state's going to tell us that because it's their money in the end. So I'm trying to keep it in order. So that's why what the start date is going to be, we'll say any day after Tuesday. And hopefully they've got a certain period of time that you have to be out of the waterway, which I think is October, some period in October where you can't be working in the waterway anymore. I don't know how long it's going to
Is
take.
it freezing or something?
I don't know. Fish spawning. I don't know. So, but I'll ask Scott Jensen, who's our district water guy, tomorrow. Animal control contract.
Did-
Oh, Paul. Oh, sorry.
Has the attorney already drawn up the contract for Basin?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to have him do it. I need to talk to him on the phone because I need to give him details. So we have a version from a town up north, near a ski area. We said work done. And what I'm going to need him to do is, I was going to kind of clean it up. There's no point in me doing that. So I need to talk to him on the phone, have him draw it up with the pertinent items. But there's details he needs. So hopefully I'll talk to him tomorrow or go to his office tomorrow. I don't think it'll take him more than 4 hours to draw it up. But that way it'll have a start date, end date. I'm going to talk to the state tomorrow and Scott Jensen. Like, when do they need to be done so that they can have an end date in the contract?
Okay.
The contract, the sample contract I have, the problem is it was under the process of the resident was paying 25%. And so there's a lot of escrow things going on. Like, you need to make sure you give us the money. And then with the contractor, you have to do this. And our job is a little bit different because they've gone to 100%. So he'll have to extract what he feels are the pertinent bits.
But I still have the same concern that I have with any interest that we're going to pay on the line of credit is we're not going to get reimbursed for the attorney's fees or the interest on the line of credit if we need it.
Right.
And we're doing this for one single property in town. And we haven't had any discussions with the property owner to reimburse the town for these incidental expenses.
I think that I've thought about this a lot, and it's weird, right? But also for the resident, it's the only way it can be done. The town has to do it. Now, they seemed willing to contribute when they weren't sure if there's going to be enough money to do it. They can't do that because the program won't allow that. That doesn't mean that I can't talk to them tomorrow and go and ask them if they'd be willing to reimburse the interest fees.
And the attorney fees to draw up the contracts.
Yeah.
I mean, you say it's going to take 4 hours for him to drop the contract. Well, you're probably talking $200 an hour.
I don't know. I mean, what's the opinion? I don't. Since we have to be involved as a town in order to sponsor this.
But
the attorney's fees I'm a little less willing to ask for. Not against it, but the interest fees I could ask them if they want.
no, I
I would
think
think
they
they'd be
should.
willing to pay the attorney fees as well, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll ask them. I'll ask them tomorrow morning.
I guess I would feel differently if there was a whole slew of houses that were, but the town is only supposed to act as the facilitator and the coordinator. And you're putting the burden of one property on all the tax. It's not a ton of money, but but it's not fair for all the other taxpayers in town to have this one property repaired or restored, whatever you want to do. That's my take on it.
Right. The problem with that, and I'll ask. I'm with you. I'm fine with that. Is there is a limit? So I guess this can't really we don't talk about it. So how many properties would we be comfortable sponsoring? Because if it's 5, it's 5 out of 1,900 properties or whatever we got, 1,100 properties.
Right. No, I think I guess what I was saying is that if there was more properties involved, the cost of this would be split between all those properties.
Right.
They were willing to come up with 25% to start with, and now the state has jumped in and said, no, we're going to cover this 100%, but not really. But the town shouldn't be, it shouldn't be on all the other taxpayers to cover the incidentals like the interest, attorney's fees, and whatever else might come up. We don't know. Permit fees, were there permit fees for what you applied for? No.
So it's Army Corps engineers,
so they just do it. Yeah. But there could be other fees,
right?
That we don't know about.
All right, I will bring it up with the owners tomorrow morning, both the attorney fees and the interest fees, and we will talk with them about it.
Who was the attorney?
Bob Fisher.
Oh, yes. Okay.
He's the town attorney.
That's
He's the town attorney. Mm-hmm. We have obviously money budgeted for attorney fees every year. It just depends on what he ends up having to do. So I don't try not to call him very often. Call him when I need him. All right, I'll bring those up tomorrow and see what they say. Any other things? Any other questions on that? All right.
Do we need to set the date of when we want to?
Yeah, I'd say the 20th or 29th, but let's just do it on the 28th, which is Monday, at 6 p.m. And my understanding is we only need 3 of us here. We don't need all of us. Just has to be a preponderance of the board. I can be here. It should be quick.
I should be here.
Spiel. All right.
I should be able to
I
come,
can
so.
probably come.
All right.
At what
I'll
time?
have to, I'll send you an agenda.
Okay.
What time?
6 p.m. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's not like a mortgage signing, and we're going to be here for 400 days doing 600 documents. So we should have plenty of people here. Animal control contract. What'd you find out?
Well, basically, there were a number of towns that were delinquent.
Give me
That's-
names. Give me names. No, I'm just kidding.
Pardon me. Brattleboro. There were
They have a control
5 or
officer.
6 people that were,
Brattleboro has their own animal
they?
control officer, I believe, yeah.
Maybe they've moved to this one.
I don't know,
Maybe, I don't know.
but there were a number of them that were delinquent.
And so she said, "Thanks for not being delinquent."
Yes, essentially. And that was pretty much it.
All right. So the way the animal control thing works, Skip, since you're new and you may or may not know this, and this is the sheriff. This is kind of the sheriff's thing. This is what he's trying to do, which is kind of regional policing and regional animal control.
Mhm.
And so for the animal control officer, what he's done is he's gone to all the towns and said, "This is how much it costs based on." They did have a database of calls per town based on the number of people in town, et cetera, and said, "This is a rate we can give you based on the number of calls we've seen from your town in X period of time." And that call rate or that contract rate is less than, you don't have to be a part of the contract. You can still call the animal control officer, but instead of it being $65
It's
a
gonna
call,
be-
it's $250 a call.
Okay.
So what they're trying to do is build a coalition where they know how much money they've got. He hired the animal control officer full time. She works out of their offices now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a person and it's inexpensive. And if we happen to go over those average numbers, they don't charge us.
Right.
So it's
They
kind of like
exceeded-
having insurance then.
Right.
It is
They
like that.
exceeded those hours, by the way.
They did,
For us.
and then there's no,
They don't give you
We
back
exceeded
money.
we haven't
For
seen
us, and they've also-
any report on it,
Yeah.
how much they've spent.
Yeah, she did. They don't get an animal control report.
No, I don't know.
I can request that if you
Sure,
like.
it'd be nice to see.
See if they have something.
Yeah.
Because they're asking, what, $6,500 or something for
Yeah.
6533 for.
And he's trying to
12
do
months.
this. He's trying to do the same thing with the sheriff's department, right? He's trying to take over. He wants to fulfill some of the roles the state police fulfill because he thinks they're capable of it. And what he would like to do, and he's head of the state sheriff's department, or state sheriff commission, is have regional, where again the towns buy into the sheriff department based on incidents, grand
Mhm.
list, population, whatever. It's like, hey, for X thousands of dollars a year, we're going to give everybody 30 hours of patrols, this kind of response to these activities, et cetera, et cetera. That has not yet come to fruition. But the animal control is really a preview of what he'd like to try to do with the sheriff's department.
Mhm.
And so those are kind of, I think, his long-term goals.
Because this doesn't cover the patrols at all, this is just the animal.
Just animal
Just
control.
animal.
It'd be nice to know how many calls they have in Dummerston
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
to kind of figure this out, if it's
If it's
worth it or not.
Right. And this is the same, if anyone wants to go to Rescue, this is exactly how Rescue Inc. built theirs too,
Right.
with the towns, so that they knew they had a budget that they could work with. Of course, they went through everything with Brattleboro. And if you drop out, you can drop out, but you can't come back for 3 years. And it has to be voted on by the other towns.
Right.
So, I don't think the sheriff's department is in that situation, but, if Brattleboro had wanted to turn around and go, whoa, this ended up being way more expensive than we want back in, he's like, the other towns have to vote to let you back in, right? So, they really have a board, and it's one vote per town, so. I
Have
think
they ever set it up this way before, or is this the first year they've done this with the sheriff's department?
Sheriff's Department,
The
animal control, this is at least the second year, if not the third.
Third.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think
Maybe
it's
the
the
third
third year.
Third year.
Because the other thing, it says it's a 3-year contract, but they don't give you a price for the next 2 years, just for this year. They can
Well, that's
set the
something they
contract.
would, that'd be interesting to know, because I know Rescue Inc. last year, when they gave us their budget, they're like, it's a 1% increase,
Right.
and it will stay a 1% increase, I think, for 2 years. So they gave you a little look ahead.
Okay.
They didn't.
It's not in here that written that way.
It's not in there, so we could find out what the and we can marry up the two. What has the change been? Because we have right here. 2024.
And it sounds like they expect to spend 24 hours a week in Dummerston doing animal control. That
They
seems
could.
like a lot.
They could.
Yeah.
I know that, I think it was Zeke was the animal control officer for quite a while. He and Wayne Embry might have been,
Oh, yeah.
and they were going a lot of places and just taking care of whatever needed to be done. But I know it got to be real time consuming.
Interesting.
Sheriff, rescue, Inc., wages, health, animal control. So in 2024 was basically $4,500. And in 2025 it was 40, we budgeted for. So it went up quite a bit between 24 and 26, we'll call it.
Yeah, if it was 45, that's $1,250, something more.
Yeah. And we budgeted, well, they told us what it's gonna be, so we budgeted 6533. But that's one of those things to look at, I mean,
So sorry, 6533 per quarter or per year?
per
Per
year.
year.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it's
When you said that, it's
$500 some dollars a month,
Okay,
which is, at their going rate, if you're not a member, is like 3 or 4 incidents a month.
Mhm.
Like you said, if they're doing more than that, like I said, we can beg out of it, but we just have to pay
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get
We get the number.
clear view of what's, you know.
our law
how they
enforcement
work.
animal control office liaison.
okay,
We'll work that.
yeah. I'll ask her for a report.
Do we have a constable that handles some of this stuff? The town?
We have a town constable, but I don't know that
He
they,
doesn't do any animal control.
no. No.
I
don't
never
think
called
he
the
has
town
the
constable.
equipment.
I don't think that it's more of a token.
It's like the fence viewer?
It's-
And what-
The way
hey,
of
the way of
coal.
coal.
Yeah,
Yeah, the way to call it, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, so I make a motion we
yeah, she's not
approve
doing very well, the wearer of coals.
the FY26 animal control contract. I make a motion. Why did I say I move? I make a motion we sign and approve the animal control contract.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion on that? And we'll get some data. All right, all those in favor of signing the FY26 animal control contract, say aye.
Aye.
All those against? We have an errors and omissions letter from the listers that's in there. I think it was acreage. Somebody's acreage was incorrect and they updated it. Let's see, what's
I
it
don't
under?
think the dollar amount was very much.
Or, yeah, it could have been the dollar amount. Oh, no, it was $900
Yeah.
was an acreage. So yes, there was a property that they changed it from $7,900 to $8,800, so it went up. Current use acreage changed to match survey. So that's what we were signing for listers, so I'll make a motion that we sign the listers errors and omissions letter. I kind of ended that in the middle, I know it sounded like a question.
I'll second it.
Second, all right, any further discussion on that? All right, all those in favor of approving the errors and omissions letter from the listers, say aye.
Aye.
All those against, aye, sorry, all those against. All right, that's done. Any unfinished business?
I just wanna
You could sign that.
thank those that participated in
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
the tag sale, or the yard sale, whatever.
Yeah,
It went relatively well,
good.
you know. They made some, I mean, this was the first year, we only had 13, you know, people selling,
Yeah,
but,
it's not nothing.
it's not nothing, yeah.
Yep, all
But
right, good.
we wanna do it annually, every year.
Yeah,
And I think by then it'll be, you know, there were things, a lot of tools.
oh yeah.
I picked up a shovel for $5. You know?
Put it down again.
No, it's a good shovel.
Yeah.
And it
Did
had air
you
conditioning.
haggle for it?
No. It's the price they put on it, that's, you know.
Not good enough for me.
And the nice thing is a lot of things, you know, when, towards the end of the tag sale, anything you brought, you have to take back off, you can't leave it.
Right, it's not a dumping location.
Right, so a lot of people just, it's free.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's like at the baseball games in Keene, 7th inning pizza's $1 a slice, so just hold on. Get your pizza for $1. Our next meeting is Monday at 6. It will be to sign the letter of credit. And then the next regular meeting will be August 6th here at 6 p.m. Anything else anybody wants? Start that, and that has to be signed by all of us. All right,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. So we're done.